It says we're live, so we're going with that. I came on a little early today because we have lots of giveaways, lots of things that we're planning on doing today. So I want to encourage all of you to contact your friends, text them, tag them, email them, call your friends, because today is a special day. I'm all dressed up, all for you. So I am going to set some things up here because I need to make sure that I can see all your comments and your questions and everything that you're doing, so that I am able to respond to you. I don't know how long the Teacher's Pet Corner is going to be, but I will tell you that if you have any questions, please write in a queue and get ready to write this number, 407-373-5959, because we're going to be having some giveaways today. And we'll probably have more giveaways that we don't give away today, but we might be giving them away towards the end. So we're going to have some giveaways that are going to be, the winners are going to be taken on the 31st. So I just wanted to say all these things because I want you guys all to share. And Robert, share on all my social medias, like the Heal Tribe and I Am the Solution and all those. Share it with everybody as well, because we all need to be in tune with the AnniBirthary, the 10-year AnniBirthary. So I'm going to go ahead and start the record. Are you ready, Robert? It's 10 years. Can you believe it?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, perfect. I need to hit the record button. That's it. What's what I need to do? Okay, guys, 10 years. But it's also the start of my life too. My 10th birthday, my 10th for today. I'm this many today. So fasten your seatbelt because we're going to go down memory lane. I want to encourage you all to share your thoughts as well. So it's time to learn together and dance. Here we go. I want to see all of you dancing.
The Lillian McDermott Show.
We love, we fear. Bridges we burn, we make mistakes, then we live and learn. When life gets tough, and it seems like your best ain't good enough. If you're in need of hope, you know where I'll be right here, right here. And when you need a friend, you can count on me. I'll be right here, waiting for
you. This is the place you can always turn to when you need a friend. The Lillian McDermott Show. To reach out to Lillian, visit her on the web at whenyouneedafriend.com. Now let's all learn together. Here's Lillian McDermott.
Hello, my listening and viewing friend. It's so nice we can meet each other on the air on this beautiful, best day ever. And for those of you who are tuning into the classroom for the first time, because maybe you know we have some gifts and prizes, that's all I'm saying. Well, actually for the whole month, then please know I've been waiting for you. This is a safe place where you can go to when you need a friend. It is my commitment to provide alternative ways to heal. And it is my commitment to make awareness, responsibility, and truth a part of our everyday life. And I hope you, my listening, as well as my viewing friend, will feel empowered to embrace a new truth and live the life of your dreams. Now, today is 3,652 days ago. That's 340 months. That's 10 years ago. I was given an opportunity, and I said yes to this opportunity. But this opportunity started in a way that you would never want any venture to start. It kind of pushed me into starting it. But again, I say to you that everything in life, we have to go back. We get to go back to the tomb and revisit it. And you find all the blessings. You think it was a death of something. But it's a new beginning of something else. What is it? What was it? Well, that was the end of the housing crisis that occurred back in 2008, 2006, around that time frame, that things were just going crazy, untouchable market. It was just incredible. But there were a lot of other things that were happening at that time. And I don't know if you got caught in this housing crisis, but that housing crisis pushed me into the workforce again, and I changed my career. I went into a career that I really wanted to do. I went after it, and little by little, things changed, and that change caused me, and I've shared this story before so many times. I don't want to go over it, but if you're new, you can go and check it out in any of my videos that I talk about, change and looking at a different perspective. It could have been the end. I could have shriveled up and said, oh, what started off as a wonderful thing turned out to be a horrible thing. But did it? Because of it, I was able to be in a situation to start a business and have a list of clientele that I wouldn't have never had, an opportunity I would have never had. And as I began the Lillian McDermott, Lillian M. McDermott and Associates, I created a campaign for my doctors. I worked in the imaging industry, and then I had some doctors that I worked with in the personal injury industry, and that catapulted me into working with them, starting my own. It's called LMM Marketing, Lillian M. McDermott and Associates. And I created a campaign, and someone said, hey, you should go on the radio for that. And Robert, I want you to make sure that you are ready for that. So, and I said, hey, if somebody is going to do, if anybody knows somebody that would have me on the radio, I will do it. So I was booked into a half-hour interview with John Harper. And with John Harper, and John he's the owner of the station. He was the owner of the station at the time, and he did the interview. And at the end of the interview, he came into my booth and he said, wow, how long have you been doing radio? And I looked at my watch and I went, 30 minutes. And the rest is history. Because of something that happened that I perceived as not good, all of a sudden turned into something very beautiful. And here we are. But before that, the day of my birthday on May 14th, that's when this show, the Lillian McDermott Radio Show, started on May 14th. And the crazy thing is that the woman that I was then, I never thought I would ever want to do something like this. But I had the opportunity. And Robert, are you, I don't see anything. Are you ready? Are you even listening? There he is. Okay. So I finally get to introduce you to John Harper. So I had the opportunity this morning to meet with John Harper, and John Harper is right there. You see that man? That man was the one that said, hey, how long have you been doing radio? And he was the one that offered this opportunity that I said yes to without any experience. I still don't have any experience. And so I just wanted to share a little 5 minutes of my interview with John Harper today. And the rest will be uploaded on YouTube. It's about a 15-minute conversation with the man who began it all. So here we go. Go ahead, Robert. I am with John Harper, and he has been in the industry for probably, he says 50 years, but I threw him a 50th anniversary, and that was probably 9 years ago, 8 years ago. He's sitting there trying to calculate. We're trying to calculate. So John is like trying to add with, but it's probably about 60 to 65 years.
I don't have enough fingers to count.
Yeah. So, well, did you say, John, you were like 14 or so, 13 when you started in the industry?
Very good memory. That's right. Yeah.
Well, how can I forget? Well, you were told that today we're going to be talking about radio and history. As you know, I stepped away from radio back in 2019 and kind of been doing my own thing with internet. And it's been unbelievable. But what you don't know is that I talk about you a lot in the classroom, because
thank
what
you.
started off as the radio show, the Lillian McDermott Radio Show, started as an interview for my company that I started in 2010. And I had gone in there. And so the reason why you're here is today, or tomorrow, actually, tomorrow is the 10th anniversary of the Lillian McDermott Radio Show that you started, that you had faith in, and you decided you were going to do this free. You just allowed me to just be me. You never censored me. And so I just wanted to say thank you.
Well, thank you, Lillian. First of all, you look great. It's nice being here with you.
Thank you.
And it's a delight to be able to talk about the industry, to talk about your show, what you started 10 years ago. And you were easy as far as spotting a natural talent. And I've always prided myself on being able to spot talent, to know when I've got somebody that is really going to rise to the top of the class. And you certainly did. You had just natural abilities to continue your personality on the radio. And I think the audience over the years have really enjoyed what you have done, the types of guests you brought to your show, the types of topics. It's been phenomenal. It's been fascinating to watch you grow and watch what has been happening in the Lillian McDermott Show.
Well, now it's a classroom, John. It really is a place where we learn and grow together.
I see behind you, yeah.
Yeah, welcome to my classroom. This is actually, I remember when I was doing radio and we started streaming, or recording and uploading, and we started doing that. And I remember you saying to me, you need to put a background behind you. It doesn't work anymore. You're not on radio only. You need to grow that aspect. And, I did. And people have asked me, how, I always often tell people that my yes is bigger than my fear. And I remember when you asked me to come into your office, the station WMEL, because you wanted to talk to me, never in a million years I thought you were going to ask me to pitch you. If I were to do a show, what would it be on? And I thought you were trying to sell me something, but I pitched it anyway. I didn't even know I was pitching. I was just telling you that if you did give me a show, this is what it would be on. Not many people have a good friend to turn to. And I wanted to be that friend. And what it started off as is certainly not what it is today. But I remember you saying, okay, then do it.
Well, over the years,
strings attached.
You have been that. That's right. You have been that friend to turn to, and you've helped so many people along the way. And I just think it's been fabulous to watch the growth of yourself, Lillian McDermott, and what you've done over the past 10 years. It's been phenomenal.
Yeah, thank you, John. This really isn't about me, but I do want to thank you. I want to make this about you. I mean, I know that you had an accident yesterday, and here you are talking to me today because you're so committed to this, so much so that when people ask me, where I learned my skills, or, I said, well, I sat down with John Harper and we had Radio 101, and you basically told me, tell your name, say the name of the guest every 5 minutes.
Wow. You've been a great student. You remembered all the basics, and that's what it's all about. And I'm sure, as I told you way back then, 10 years ago, you're going to be amazed at how many people who do talk shows don't involve those basics during an interview. Yeah. Who are you talking to? What is the topic? Where are they from? Just the basics that the audience wants to know, whether it's radio or TV. And I'm sure you've been amazed at how many people on a national level do not do that.
Yeah, you called it listener fatigue. You said,
that's right.
I am with. So that was John Harper. I'm uploading that. It's uploaded. I'll be posting it in after the class today. I just think that to see him. It's been a couple of years once I left WMEL and started, my show went regional, really, from Southeast Georgia all the way to South Florida on radio. We kind of lost touch with one another. It took us a long time to get him, and he has his show at noon as well, Monday through Friday. And so it was nice to reminisce with him, laugh with him, but most importantly, say thank you. I mean, I've said thank you to him so many times, but I had not been able to say thank you to him with our new platform, with our new audience. And so I wanted you to get a glimpse of the kindness that I have been given by so many people that have said yes to coming on to the classroom, even, or the radio show, even when I only had a few listeners. They would come in, and now, because of his, asking me, to do this, because of that, it's changed my life completely. I eat whole food, plant-based. I had my implants explanted. I mean, so many things that I've grown. And so I want to ask you, because today we have so many, well, when I say so many, this is going to be the first gift that I want to give away. And these are for the people that are watching today. There's going to be others that will be, the drawing will be on May 31st. Let me write that down because I remember everything when I write it down. Okay, so May 31st is going to be the bigger giveaways. But the giveaway that I want to give for people who are tuning in right now, so share it and like it, and to invite all your friends. We should have a lot of people tuning in today. I want to give this, which I'm telling you, I heard a rumor that they are discontinuing this. I'm not sure. Maybe they're going to make a different kind of palette. But Keep Me Safe Organics, which has been a sponsor of the classroom, and given a lot of product away through the years that they've been on. For 3 years, I think they were on every month. And so we're giving away Au Natural palette, and it's a beautiful palette. It's a mirror. It has a mirror right there. Let me cover the mirror here because I don't want everything to, but this is the color. It's called Au Natural, and these are all organic. These are mineral without any talcum powder in it. It's all responsibly sourced. So if you want one of these, just say, I want to have a clean, like whatever you put into your body. I didn't care. When I first started. If it was something that I could afford, I would use it. If somebody said that it was good, or if somebody said that they liked it, or if it looks good on somebody else. And by the way, I had so much melasma on my skin at the time that I was always covering up my makeup, cover. So when I had an opportunity to go organic with Keep Me Safe Organics, and by the way, you can go to my Shop Now bag, or my sponsors. I think they're still on my sponsors page. And if you click on, and whatever you order is 10% off, that's my gift to you, because nobody else can offer that. But they allowed me to do that because of the classroom. And so I want to make sure that if you want the Au Natural, I'll be tomorrow, because I want to give the people who are listening, well, actually, no, these are just for you guys. So you guys text me. For the people who are watching right now, you can text me at 407-373-5959. Look at how beautiful these colors are. I think I have this color on today, this darker one on my eyes. So I hope that you guys, so I will pick. Everybody send me that you want the Au Natural, Keep Me Safe Organics, KMSO, and then I will pick one person, because that's the one they're going to be giving away, one person, and that's for the people that are watching today. I want to honor you because you are watching. So I will tell you that in the last 10 years, my life has changed. And when I tell you that the classroom has saved my life, I'm not kidding you. I am in disbelief. And as I was watching John, I got emotional, even though when I was interviewing him, I was just so excited to be able to speak with him, but to listen and be able to talk to him. Because even after we stopped recording 15 minutes in, he was asking me, well, how's that guy, that doctor that come into your class, the radio show from New Jersey? Oh, Dr. Furman, he's still in the classroom. That's since 2015. Oh, what about the guy from, this other guy and this other guy? And he would, and they were still so important in my growth. And, I know that there've been a lot of shows that we've done through the years, and I don't expect you to go back there. And I'm trying to bring some of these people back so that we can get reacquainted with them. But if you go onto whenyounneedafriend.com and you can check the podcast, we have all the audios, that all the recordings from the moment, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm promoting this, but from the first day that we were on, Robert kept all the recordings. The station gave me all the recordings. We knew that we'd do something with it. So 3 years after I started my business, and I will tell you how whenyounneedafriend.com started, was a campaign I was creating in 2010, but we didn't start the website until 2013. And what was so funny was that when we were creating the website, I had taken some names, domain names that I thought I might use for this campaign. And I remember 3 years later, after this started getting serious, it was a daily show now. And the web designer said, well, what do you want the name of your domain to be? And he was coming up with, Truth Radio, whatever. He came up with some names. And I thought, let me check and see what domains I purchased 3 years ago. And there it was, whenyounneedafriend.com. It just jumped out at me. And that is how everything has fallen into place. I don't have any training in doing this. And for those of you who've pointed it out that I don't have skills, that's because I wasn't trained in this. What you're getting is a natural conversation and a lot of research that comes into it. And so I want to focus on this year. And by the way, because this last year has been so instrumental. Yeah, so text me at 407-373-5959 if you want the Au Naturel as well. Claim it here, wherever you're watching from, that you want it, and then text me, because I'm not going to be chasing after you guys. Make sure you text me. That way I have your number and I can text you back if you're the winner. You're going to love whoever wins this. You're going to love all Keep Me Safe Organics. That's all I use from head to toe. Okay. So, and I will tune into all of you that are watching on YouTube as well. But for now, I just want to keep my focus on you. One of the things that happened, and I want you to share any awakening that you've had. If you've had any awakening, you can text it to me if you feel uncomfortable sharing it, but you can share it below. What has been your moment where you've said, my life is changing? Well, every year for me, I have a moment like that. And back a year ago, when we didn't know much about the pandemic, we didn't know what was happening, I dove in, but I think I rose out of this, or, I didn't go down a rabbit hole. I really believe that I dove into something different and new, truth that had been right in front of my face, but I didn't see it. It's what it's called, when I learned about medical intuition, it's called in your field of neglect. It's your field of neglect. How many of us proclaim that you're a Christian, that you believe in God? How many of you say that I can do all things with God, that with Christ, I can do all these things? And all of a sudden, the world is going into a panic, but not because of reality, but because of the illusion. And it became very clear to me last year that this wasn't about politics. This wasn't about, Democrats versus Republicans. It wasn't whites versus blacks. It wasn't sick people versus healthy people. It wasn't masked versus unmasked. It wasn't all the, gay, straight, gender, any gender neutral. It wasn't about any of that. It's very simple. It's good versus evil. And for the first time in my life, I really felt, could these be the end of times? And in comes Dr. Lorraine Day, which, by the way, our first show together was at WMEL, John Harper at the board, and was Dr. Lorraine Day. And she poked me in the eye, kicked me in the stomach. Pretty much I had to take a little breather because the information that was coming to me, at me, was inconceivable. Because what I realize is that the word belief, L-I-E, is at the center of the word belief. And it was at that moment, 2013, when she said yes to coming into the classroom. It was at that moment that I realized I will never have this woman back on my show again. Boy, she was hard to handle. She was hard to listen to. I wasn't ready. And then the following year, I had her back. And the following year, I had her back. And little by little, I would eat some of these truths and study and research the truths. And then I'd say, okay, now I'm ready for more. And then I'm now ready for more, to the point where last year, Dr. Lorraine and I did the Bible study, the New Truth series, Book of Revelation. This is the DVD that's for sale at whenyouneedafriend.com. But today, we are going to give two today, not today for all of you, but I am going to give one Book of Revelations online for whoever is listening today, that you say that I really wanted it, but I can't afford it or whatever, or you want to share it with somebody else that may have wanted it. But we're going to give the Book of Revelation to one of you that's watching today. Again, claim it wherever you're watching, say, I want it, and then text me at 407-373-5959. The Book of Revelation, through the eyes of Dr. Lorraine Day, 30 years of research, saved me 30 years of research. And we learned for 12 weeks with Dr. Day. And not only are all her lessons online, which we're giving one away. So say, this is what I want, and then we'll pick at by tomorrow, because I want to give time. Tomorrow, I'm going to give people time to respond to this. So one is going to be given away today, and then another one is going to be given away at the end of the month. So keep texting and keep telling me that you want this. Keep viewing, keep sharing. So the more the people want this, the more the information is out there for people. And so we're giving one away today of the Book of Revelations, and then one for the end of the month, because we're going to celebrate and have giveaways. We're going to have people share a little bit more about some of their gifts, and we'll be doing giveaways throughout the month. But one is for today, the Book of Revelation online, the New Truth series online. So eye-opening. I would say that the 9 years that I've been preparing for this, learning about being organic, learning about a positive mind, learning about protecting our mind, learning about all these things. What I believe is most important of all of those is learning God's word and declaring that Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior. I would say that boldness, I didn't talk about things like that before. I would talk, I am a Christian. I've always proclaimed that I was a Christian, but I also did a lot of classes on breaking down the walls of religion. And although I've worshiped with most all denominations, Muslims, Sikhs, Hindus, Jewish, Methodists, Baptists, and I've even had platforms with different people in different nationalities and in different religions. Even though I've done all that, I always focused on what we had in common, which was God. We always had God in common. And we had love in common with atheists. So I interviewed an atheist because I wanted to find out what we had in common. It was all that commonality and trying to create inclusivity. But I realized that sometimes we can delude ourselves into too much of that. And we've got to decide what we stand for, or we will fall. So we need to be bold and proclaim our faith, no matter what the consequences are. Because if I proclaim my faith as a Christian, but of the God of the Bible, not the rewritten Bible, but the true Bible, the one that we can go back and cross-reference, until that moment, nothing else matters. Because when you learn about God, then you'll eat better, because you will treat your body like a temple. When you learn about, the stories of Jesus and in the book of Revelation, how things are going to end, then you realize the good news about God, like Dr. Lorraine Day, the good news about God.com, which she has on her website. There's just so many things that we don't know. And if I could urge any of you in my learnings of this year alone, it would be get right with God, but not the God of the illusion God, not the God of the church that says you're not enough and not worthy. I'm talking about the God of the Bible. And so I want to give one person who is going to be texting me at 407-373-5959, the online 12 weeks with Dr. Lorraine Day. Now, at the end of the month, we will have another giveaway for those who were not selected. You will continue being there. Tell all your friends. And if you tag people and you get people to subscribe, you'll get an extra bonus. Just let me know that you did. We could check it out, and then we'll add you again. So the more people you tag and you get people excited about joining, the subscribing and all that, we will add your name to this list for the end of the month. Now, also at the end of the month, we're going to be giving away two New Truth Series 100 plus lessons from the Exodus. And I will tell you that 100 plus, we started off as 50, but as we always know, Dr. Lorraine Day always under promises and over delivers. That's our slogan. And so it started off as 50, and it turned out to be more than 100 lessons from the Exodus. So we're going to be giving 2 of those away. So tell all your friends to become, to text me at 407-373-5959. Tell me what you are going for, what you want, and then I'll put you in different categories. At the end of the month, we will pick your name. So 2 of those. And so with that in mind, what I learned, and it was my greatest awakening, was total trust in God. My total trust in God. But I'm in a bit of mourning. Over the events that are happening now. I don't know how you guys feel about the current events, and are you in mourning or not? And thank you for all the anniversary wishes. I think this is so beautiful. It's my AnniBirthary, because this is the day I really began to live, truly live. It started a little slow in the sense that I really didn't know what I was in for, but each step took me to where I'm at today. No matter if it was good, bad, indifferent, it didn't matter. It didn't matter, because all things work out for the good of all. Everything works out for the good of all who love him. And I don't like to say him, because God doesn't have a gender, although we know God as our Father. But to me, God isn't human, and I can't humanize God. God is all, always has been, always will be. And so with that in mind, Jesus came as a representation, the physical form of our heavenly God. And so learning through the Exodus, I'm still savoring those moments. And I don't know if any of you have felt that way. If you feel like, oh my gosh, this is just horrible what's happening in the world today. But I want to share with you my mantra during this time, because they seem to be like I never thought I'd say this, and I've said it so many times, the end of times. And could this be the end of times? I mean, I've heard it so many times. And if I'm wrong, then so be it. I'm wrong, and I'm okay with that. But if we're right, we need to make sure that we're okay with God. Study, learn, grow, let go of past traumas, let go of all those things. And as a result, because of learning about this, the New Truth series, I Am the Solution, where we learn this relationship with not only ourselves, but with God. And I'm giving away one of those as well. One seat in the New Truth series, I Am the Solution. It's going to be September, our next one. Mark your calendars, September 17th through the 19th. I'm really excited about that. So here's my mantra. So for those of you, let me have a sip. For those of you who are struggling with this, maybe you're new at getting to know God and it just doesn't make sense right now to you. Why would all this happen? Why would God have to do this? And it's because no pain, no gain. And unfortunately, and it says it in Revelations, we have never seen the devastation that is to come. But I am about good news. I'm about good news. But here's the good news. Every knee will bow, every tongue confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. We will live with God. So whatever takes us there, because think about it, the person I was when I began the class, the show, is not the same person. It was a journey. It was 10 years of trying to figure it out. But with God, it's not about a puzzle or a riddle or anything like that. It comes clear, but you've got to do the work. You've got to do the work. Jesus said to the paralytic man, he was sitting there for 38 years by the pool, the healing pool. And the story was that when the bubble came up, the first one into the pool got healed. That was their belief. That was their belief. And Jesus saw the paralytic man. Jesus could have from afar just healed them. He could have just healed him. But Jesus went up to him and said, why are you here? Why are you here? And why are you still here? I can't jump in there. By the time I get there, somebody else jumps in. And Jesus asked the question, do you want to be healed? God asks us that question all the time. But yet we live in misery. As Christians, we live in misery. We live in disease. We live in obesity. We live in alcoholism. We live in all these things, and we live in it and we like it. We may not love it, but we like it enough to stay comfortable. But Jesus asked the question, what do you want? Do you want to be healed? And the paralytic man said yes. Now, Jesus could have levitated him. He could have put his hands, could have spit on him, all the things that he did, put whatever. But he said, then pick up your mat and walk. Pick up your mat and walk. What are you willing to do to get right with God? So I would say to you that that's been my biggest lesson. What about you? I've had so much with Dr. Lorraine Day coming on. I learned when she first came on in 2013, when she poked me and kicked me in the stomach and the eyes and all that stuff, that William Casey, the head of the CIA, in 1981 said, we will know our disinformation program is a success when everything the American public believes, and I say the world, is a lie. Believe is true is a lie. So what if everything you believe is true is a lie? But here's the other side of that coin. What if everything you thought was a lie? Like I used to make fun of people like me. That's what called reaping what you sow, because now people make fun of me. It's okay. But what if everything you thought was a lie is true? Remember, at the center of belief is L-I-E. What is the lie at the center of your belief? And that, in studying God's word and having to relearn everything, has been, it's churned up a lot of emotions in me. And as we know, emotions or sadness not manifested in tears may make other organs weep. So let's stay healthy. I think that this last year, what I've learned most is that we have got to make sure that we stay healthy, that we love ourselves, and we take care of ourselves, we take care of our needs, because if we don't love ourselves, how do we love God? And if we don't love ourselves, how do we love our kids? And how do we love our friends and people, strangers? If we can't give from a place of abundance, we're giving love from a place of lack. And then we're expecting someone to give us that love and fill us our love bucket. But it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So today, I wanted to share some of these little things, and I want to read everything that you're saying. And I promise you that in the Teacher's Pet Corner that we will. Thank you for all those wishes. Yes. Okay. So for those of you who are in mourning, that are feeling that this is the end of the world and that all we see is gloom and doom, I want to share my mantra with you. And hopefully you can adopt it too, or create your own mantra so that you can stay focused. And I want to read this from Mark. Oh, this is not the one. And it's Mark, it's Mark 11, and it says, and I'm going to read it, and it's from the King James Version. So if you have your Bibles and your phones, go ahead and open it up so that you can read it too. It's Mark 11. It says, "Have faith in God, for verily I say unto you that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. He shall have whatsoever he saith. Therefore, and by the way, that's Mark 11, 22 through 26. Sorry, 11. Okay, so now I'm on 24. Therefore, I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. And when ye stand praying, forgive if you have aught against any that of your Father also which is in heaven may forgive your trespasses. But if ye do not forgive, neither will your Father which in heaven forgives your trespasses." And so this morning I was reading that, and I thought, it is so time for us. If you're borderline teetering, please reach out and get the online series. You're not paying a dime for it. We're giving it to you. It's the online series. We're going to pick 2 people for the New Truth series, 100 lessons from the Exodus, and we're going to pick it on May 31st. And today we're going to pick 1 person for the Book of Revelation, the online, not the DVD. The DVD you can buy it on the store, on my store. We're going to give 1 today away for one of those of you who are listening. So make sure you text me before the end of the classroom, because I am going to start picking things out as soon as we're done. And then 1 of those online are going to be at the end of the month. We're giving the au naturel. So claim it. You see, you got to believe it in your heart. You can't just proclaim it with your lips. You got to believe it. You got to know it. If it doesn't come to you, perhaps maybe you didn't believe, you would probably say, I knew that wasn't going to happen. Oh, so based on your belief, that was your intention. That was your intention. So I want us to really understand that if we really are who we say we are, we know the end of the story is glorious. So here's my mantra. Whenever something strikes me, because I am not going to mourn the living. Right now, you and I are having a conversation. Right now, we are together. Right now, there is joy because we're celebrating the 10th AnniBirthary of the Lillian McDermott Radio Show classroom. And so we got to change our focus to the one, the only one who can save us. So here's my mantra. Lord, and this is what we've learned, you're 100 trillion times smarter than me. I trust in you. I know you have a glorious plan, and you, Lord, and to you, Lord, death is temporary. Lord, I know you make all new, not just things, all. That means we will all be restored, all be restored. So it's time to forgive. It's time to heal these past wounds. And so we're giving away one New Truth series for September 17th through the 19th. You just need to make sure that you're available on those times that we're going to do the class, because you got to be in it the whole entire time. Don't skip any lessons. Don't skip anything. So we're giving away one of those, and we'll pick it on May 31st. So you have time. So claim New Truth series. I am the solution. If you want to be a part of the workshop, we're going to be giving that away today too for one of you who is watching. Okay. And so this has been my mantra of this year. And with it comes a lot of gratitude. I was talking to my husband last night, and I was saying that I think I'm going through a bit of mourning, but it's okay. You need to mourn. It's okay to mourn. But what happened to Mary? What happened to Mary when she visited the tomb? Mary thought she was going to prepare, do more for his burial, deal with death. That's what Mary thought she was going to go there and experience. But what she discovered was the resurrection. We need to be bold. We need to be bold and go back and resolve some of these things. Because when that day comes, that glorious day comes, may we all be worthy. Maybe all be found worthy. Because we are all worthy. We will eventually be all worthy. As Dr. Day says, once we reap what we sow. Yes. And I'm reaping a lot of what I've sown, because it's funny. I used to make fun of people like me, and I became what I made fun of. Isn't that amazing? But that's okay. That's okay. It is okay. Because I know the end of the story. And I hope you do too. And if you are crying and sad and going, why bother? We don't know the time or the hour. We don't know the month, or, I don't, is it the time of the hour? We don't know all that. All we know is that if we are truly Christians, we must believe what we have researched. So I want to encourage you to get the Book of Revelation CDs or the online, or try to get it for free today, or try to get it for free at the end of the month. We're going to be giving lots of other gifts and prizes. And I could not do this classroom by myself. I could not. And so I want to encourage you to go to whenyouneedafriend.com. Remember, the more you tell people to subscribe, and they tell you they subscribe, and you text me they subscribe, and I go check it out and they subscribe, I will add you to all these giveaways that you want. Just let me know which one you want for the end of the month. Because what we want to do is, for whatever long time we are here, we want to spread this good news so that we're not falling for the deceiver. As a matter of fact, the next class I do with Dr. Lorraine Day is warning the tricks of the deceiver. The tricks of the deceiver. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more. I want to do a little bit more research about this academy that has come up about knowledge. It's an academy of knowledge that's come up, and the logo is a satanic logo, and the price is $33 as opposed to $20, $25, $30. It's $33, which is a sign of the deceiver. So those are things that we have got to be smart with, that we're going to dive into as we go into our 10th year. year of the classroom. But I want you to go to whenyouneedafriend.com so that you'll know exactly, if you haven't subscribed, you need to subscribe while you're there. Check out all my social medias, like and follow, share it with all your friends, and make sure that you know who is in the classroom so that we can continue to grow together. Make sure that I want to thank my sponsors, Keep Me Safe Organics. It's all organics. Where am I here? Oh, I'm in the wrong page here. I just want to make sure I have all my sponsors in line here. Keep Me Safe Organics, First Alternative Therapies. For all of you who don't have insurance, or maybe have insurance, but have a large copayment, the entire household, whoever lives in your house, $19.99, First Alternative Care. That's telemedicine. That includes family practice and dermatology, and that's unlimited and 3 hours a year of behavioral health counseling. And so that's 19. The pharmacy who's stood by me for 5-6 years, and these are all you can get discounts with all of them. First Alternative Therapies, Right Way Health and Wellness with Dr. Jennifer Gramuth, which, by the way, she is giving something away, and I believe she sent me a text, and I have not. So she is giving 3 bottles of Dr. Jen's Immunoblend. 3 bottles. Oh my goodness. So one of them is going to be given to some of you. And 2 of them by the end of the month, we will be taking out raffles and putting your name in the winner's basket. And then we will pick 2 winners, then 1 winner today. Okay. Also, affiliates program, Ground Therapy, Brain Tap, First Alternative, Avasia, B3 bands, which, you've been seeing I've been flashing my muscles. Robert, can you give me 5 more minutes, please? And then also, please figure out ways that you can support them as they are supporting the classroom, because I want to also bring other support people into the classroom. And you are the enrolled student. You can become an enrolled student. You can donate $1 versus or $1,000 a month, whatever you can support the classroom so that we can continue to grow and spread this good news. I cannot believe, I am in awe of the privilege I've had over this time. And I want to ask Robert, if you could please come forward, and Brooke, if you are listening, and I don't care if your kids are screaming, your nieces and nephews are screaming, I would love for you to come on, because I want to be able for all of you to see that I can't do this alone. It requires a team. And so Robert, are you there, or are you out of your office? Oh, there he is. Robert, I don't know. Have you heard from Brooke, Robert?
No, I haven't heard anything from Brooke. Okay.
So I want to, I know you've seen Robert before, but Robert is, I call him my left hand, because the reason why I say my left hand is because I am right-handed. And if I were to break my right arm, I would need my left arm to function. And so Robert not only has been my partner for 27 years, my best friend, and my everything, although God is above him, God is above Robert, and he's okay with that, right, honey?
Yes, of course. I say the same about you.
No, you really? Okay.
God is ahead of you. Yes.
I know. I was just pulling your leg. Anyway, for all of you, all the podcasts, everything that Robert does, he edits my blogs. He does all the grunt work sometimes, and he does it willingly. Sometimes he pitches a fit, but for the most part, he does it anyway, right, Robert? I
see now that I replaced John Harper as your board operator.
Yes, you're also my board operator. You play the music, you do all these things. And I just want to thank you. I wanted to say thank you to you, because I wouldn't be able to do this. My left hand is just as important. It has a purpose, it has a function, and I don't have good use of my left hand. So I'm very grateful that you are doing this. So thank you.
Well, that's great. And you have been an amazing radio show host. You've made such a big difference in everybody's life, including mine. And I'm very grateful to God for giving you the talent and skills. And I'm grateful for you for all the hard work that you put in. And if you don't mind, I actually have an AnniBirthary present for you.
What?
And can I bring it into your classroom so you can open it? What do you think?
Sure.
All right. Let me leave here and come there. It won't take me long.
Okay. I have no idea. Okay. So anyway, as you can tell, they say that there's a, okay, here he comes. Okay.
I want you to open it up.
Open it up. Okay. Do you want me to wait till you come on? Okay. And for those of you who
you can open it. You don't have to wait.
I can open it? Okay,
Yep.
okay. So what's in here? What Robert does is he puts a towel in there and gives me a gift card, but this doesn't feel like a gift card. This is, let's see. Oh, what is this? What is this?
We can't see it because of the green screen, so it's just a little something for you. Well, it's glass, so.
It is glass. It says Lillian McDermott celebrating 10 years as radio host. That's sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's
just a little
really
something.
sweet. Thank you. You know, I accept this award.
Yes.
That's very sweet. It says celebrating 10 years as a radio show host, Lillian McDermott Radio Show, making a difference. May 14th, 2011 to today. And I appreciate that. You see why I love him? He's kind and generous and thoughtful.
Right now, if this was Blake, he would go, yes. Because whenever you cry with his gifts, he's always happy. So
yeah.
I'll let you get back to things.
Thank you,
I just wanted
honey.
to give you that gift. Thank you.
I appreciate it. That's very sweet. You know, he said I was going to go get something. I thought he was going to come back with a bouquet of flowers because Robert's really good at planning things, but he doesn't know how to exit. And so he always says, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get something for you. I'm going to do anyway. So I'm always so excited when he does things like this. It's very sweet. He's I can't function without my left hand, but I know I can survive with my left hand because with God, all things are possible. There's one thing I want to share with you that happened this week on Tuesday. I had Dr. Human Nurkazm in the classroom. And although the focus of that classroom was basically to warn people that have already had COVID. That was the focus. But we spent a lot of time with misinformation that I knew I kept correcting as well. I haven't seen this. But my job is not to argue with someone. My job is to listen to them and discern. But I do want to share, this is something that I wanted to share, and it did not come out in that class. And I want to make sure that all of you know this, is that I wonder, he's a wonderful man, great man, but I wanted to disclose that he was granted by the NIH, which is the National Institute of Health. And so I want to make sure that people understand that there could be motivation, because even when I asked about the only thing that the vaccine, that the shot has compared to the vaccine, is that it is zero liability by the vaccine makers. So you can get ill, they can kill you, and it doesn't matter. They have zero liability. And so that wasn't addressed. And so I want to make sure all of you know that even all the teachers that we have in the classroom, you have got to discern. My job is not to save you. My job is to be the change. My job is to do, and this is what I've worn. I don't know if you've ever seen me wear this. This is the Be the Change bracelet that I have, that was given to me several years ago, and it sat, I was cleaning out my drawer, and I'm not my closet, and I stumbled upon it, and it used to be like a string. It was a real thick string, and through all the years, I've been wearing this for like maybe 3 or 4 years. It's I guess 2017. The string stretched out. So I just restrung it with some of my stones that I've had that have broken, and I went ahead and restrung it. But we have got to be, if there's something out there that you do not have, then please be the change that you need. Don't wait for anyone to be, doing it for you. Develop that close relationship with God. Develop a good habit of forgiving and truly forgiving, because the brain doesn't know who it's angry with. It just knows it's angry at yourself. And that's why forgiveness is for yourself, not for the other people. My nose is a little runny right now because of Robert. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure that even if you see me say something, research it, make it your truth. I've researched it, but if I'm wrong, then I'm spreading it. Just make sure that you research it. I am human. And so with all that in mind, all that, I'd want to thank Brooke. Brooke is my right hand. She and I are very similar, and she does all the things that I'm able to do, but she does it at a higher level. And I am so grateful to Brooke. I also want to say thank you to Joe Newman. Joe Newman, you don't know about Joe Newman, but every time you hit the website, everything on that website, he does it. And he does it so beautifully, and he does it out of the kindness of his heart. So God has sent me a beautiful team so that we can continue to grow together. We have so many gifts for you. Please claim all the gifts with Keep Me Safe Organics. The one for this one, we have the Nutri Series, I Am the Solution. We're going to give that one at the end of the month. We're also going to give one of the Book of Revelations online, and one at the end of the month, and 2 of the 100 plus lessons from the Exodus. We're going to give that at the end of the month. And for those of you, I am giving away 3 hours of coaching for 3 people. So 3 of you will get the opportunity to sit with me on Zoom for 1 hour, 3 people. And I'm going to be giving that as a gift as well. So pick what you want, claim it. I'll put your name in the winner's basket, and one of you is going to win. One of you. And Dr. Jennifer Gramuth. Jennifer Gramuth, what she is offering is 3 bottles of Dr. Jen's Immunoblend. One of them is for today. 2 of them are for the end of the month. So what are you waiting for? It is time. It is time to continue to take your health back, to take your life back, and be the change you want to see. And if you think you need help with it, reach out to me. We have a community that we're building so that we can together stand strong. Be bold, be brave, and text me, 407-373-5959. Please remember, I'll be right here waiting for you worldwide at whenyouneedafriend.com. This is Lillian McDermott wishing you love, peace, joy, and unexpected abundance. Make it the best day ever. And please remember, we are going to be in a teacher's pet corner.
The opinions and advice expressed on the Lillian McDermott Radio Show are intended for the individual callers and guests on the program and are presented to our wider audience solely for general educational purposes. Please act responsibly and consult personally with your own medical, psychological, or nutritional expert before taking any steps to improve your life.
Okay. Thank you so much, all of you who are watching and still watching. This is great. One of the things that John Harper said to me when we started this is that he said it will never work. He was just giving me his opinion. It will never work. He says people don't have a strong attention span. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that's all you see in radio. You do not do an hour show. And even though he didn't agree with it, he let me do it so that we can dive deeper into these subjects. But he also told me that once I turned 50, because I started at 48. And so he said, you have a short window. Once you turn 50, it's not going to be good. But here I am at 58. So with God, all things are possible. Build that strength, that relationship with God, and make sure that if you feel alone, go back to the scriptures, because you are never alone. God reminded me that this morning of that. God, whenever I push God away, God walks beside me. But when I am in unison with God, God is within me. Either way, God is by me, in me. And so just if you believe, like Mark's, read Mark 11:22 through 26, and start believing this. Begin the process of transformation. So here we go. Let me see. I'm looking at Allie Martin. Thank you for explaining this, Lily. I was wondering why the content I was watching the other day, Dr. Norkasm, felt discongruent. Oh, to me. Yes. Yeah, I wanted to bring that out at the beginning, but because there was so much going on, I neglected to say that his education was funded. There was grants funded for his education by the NIH. So I'm not accusing, I am not insinuating, I'm just saying full disclosure. So thank you, Allie, and thanks for watching. I'm so grateful that you're watching. And John and Call Life and Jacqueline. Hey, listen, Jacqueline, until I get that you're dancing, I am so excited when I see that you're dancing. So thank you so much, Jacqueline, for being a support, that you come on every day. John, 10 years ago, I couldn't drink yet. Are you that young, John? Oh my goodness. Thank you for joining us. Oh my gosh, would you love that book of Revelations? Okay, so Freedom Girl, you better just make sure you text 407-373-5959. I'm just going to go down. Freedom Girl, you know what? Yes, I've told the story before, but I went through a period after I married Robert where I was so happy, and I would think about, oh, what if this goes wrong? What if this goes wrong? And I would start to cry. You see, the brain doesn't know fact from friction, do or don't. It doesn't know if it's happening now or it happened in the past. It doesn't know that. It just responds to the thought. And I remember this went on for 6 months, and I'm not a depressed or anxious kind of person. I'm like a head-on. The way I deal with anxiety is I get it done. That's how I deal with my anxiety. Once I get it done, I go, whew, I'm done. Okay, that's how I deal. You got to learn how to work with your body instead of against your body. Work with your body instead of against your body. And so one day, it was like 6 months in, because that's why I said it lasted 6 months. I remember a song came on, and I, in my mind's eye, I was driving, and in my mind's eye, I saw Robert smile, and I started boo-hooing. And it was so strong, it was so hard that I was crying that I actually had to pull over. And as I'm crying, and I'm almost like in a funeral parlor, crying for someone I love, that it was unexpected. And all of a sudden I heard the words, "Why do you mourn the living?" And I went, "What?" And I'm like wiping my tears, and I heard the words again, "Why do you mourn the living?" And I got it. I understood it. You see, once you're open to God's truth comes to you in unexpected ways. It comes to you through people. It comes to you through your children. It comes through you through a little butterfly that lands on your head. It doesn't matter. Once you open yourself. And those are the truths we talk about in the I Am the Solution workshop. And the next one is September 17th through 19th. So mark your calendars for that one. And I thought, okay, Robert is alive. 27 years of alive. We're still married. We're still together. And if I'm crying, I'm not going to cry any tears until I have to cry them, until it's necessary to cry them, because it's real. Right now, it's in our head. It's in our imagination. We know it's going to happen. We don't know when it's going to happen. So wait until that moment. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Freedom Girl, but I hope it does. And so thank you, Suzanne, Gruber says, good luck, Lillian, or great work, Lillian. Happy AnniBirthary. Thank you. Yeah, it sounds like I have a lisp, doesn't it? But it was my anniversary. It's an anniversary, and it's also a celebration of my birthday because it all happened on the same day. Look at how divine God is. You know, it's had the industry not changed, I wouldn't have pushed back in and gotten out of my comfort zone. I mean, if you look at videos of when Robert and I first got married, I was behind him the whole entire time hiding. And look at how much life has changed in 27 years. So a lot of good can come from things. And as it says, as Joseph said to his brothers, what you intended for harm, God intended for good. Those are the things that feed my spirit. And if you truly believe and you declare it with your mouth, don't just declare it with your mouth, you must also believe it in your heart. That is true Christianity. Okay. So, Karen, my friend, I love you and your show. Lily, congratulations on your 10th year anniversary. Thank you so much. And Sandy, look at you. Congratulations. I love the fact that you're tuning in. Bernadette, happy birthday, happy anniversary. Yeah, that's the actual way to say it, but I like to combine words. It's just a little freaky in me. Okay, thanks for sharing inspiring knowledge with us. You're contributing to make this a better world. Thank you for your for this thoughtful, for your wonderful service. Oh, it's really tiny. I'm having a hard time seeing this. Wonderful service of love, friend. Thank you so much, Bernadette. I really appreciate you. Bernadette, if you want Keep Me Safe Organics au natural, make sure you have texted me already, 407-373-5959. Vivian, you texted already. Wonderful to hear. I don't check things like that. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Thank you so much, Vivian. Rosalinda Parrish, happy anniversary, Lillian, and your classroom. Thank you. Thank you so much. I wanted to take the time to acknowledge all of you because you know, we used to do this without being live. And there's something magical that happens when you guys are receiving your excitement permeates into me as well. Your excitement and joy. So thank you for that. Even if there's 3 people, even if there's 100 people, it doesn't matter. Or 1,000 or 1,000,000 people, our intentions unite. And we've got to be careful. Those are the warnings of the tricks that the deceivers like to play. So we need to be about what we know is true and be who we say we are, like Deacon Al Castellana used to tell me all the time. Okay. Bernadette says, I had no idea you have such strong religious views. Yes, I do. And it was truly about expanding my spirituality. I didn't understand that it's not about religion with me anymore. It's about a relationship. And, you know, you can't have a relationship with someone you don't know. If you and I were friends and we never spoke to each other and we never talked to each other and we never read each other's emails, but you knew that you liked me and I liked you, what kind of a relationship would that be? And how long would it last? And what would be the strength of it? So we really have got to study. Dr. Day has been a champion in my life. She's a mentor. I absolutely adore her. And I know that you do too. All of you do. And if you don't know her work, just go to my YouTube channel. There is a playlist just for Dr. Lorraine Day. Says, happy anniversary. I can't believe I missed this show all those years. Oh, Tintin. Hey, Tintin. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you're here. Yvonne from Malaysia. We are truly worldwide. When I first started the radio, it was a Saturday 1-hour class or show, and it was streamed on something called Ustream. And I didn't know who was listening. We didn't know anything. They had just started it. And I would say back then, worldwide at whenyouneedafriend.com. And it's true. Once you say it and you truly believe it, it manifests. It's a promise from God. So what are we manifesting? Are we manifesting worry and fear and all of that, which I understand there's a lot of that to happen, but don't mourn the living. Be in the moment and be about change. Be about what can you do to strengthen yourself with God's word. So Yvonne joined us. Gosh, she's been in the classroom for a long time. How long, Yvonne, if you're still there? She's listening from Malaysia. This is wonderful. Thank you so much, Yvonne. And I had the pleasure of meeting her at one of the shows that we did. Okay, so Vivian, she says, you've been my ground. What does that mean? Explain more. If you're still watching, share it with me. I love it. It sounds beautiful, but I want to know your intention in your heart. And so we have so many things that we're going to be changing. We go back. Thank you so much for all these. Yvonne has been listening since 2018. Yes. So you're still listening. Thank you so much. And I know we have the listeners in Malaysia are growing. So Yvonne, thank you so much for that. Thank you to all of you who are a part of this classroom, whether it's time, your talent, your treasure, it all matters. A penny. We just recently did an interview. I did an interview with a young lady named Cody. I hope I have her name right. And she started collecting pennies, and that's pennies from heaven. And she uses these pennies to donate to the homeless. She uses it to give little gift packages and start conversations about God. Everybody has a place. What is your place? And don't say, oh, nothing, I'm insignificant. I'm a cheerleader. Well, maybe that is your role. But is there anything else God is calling you for? Because we all need cheerleaders. But cheerleaders without action, then what is your other part? What else can you do? Cheerleading is great and I love it. But there comes a time where being the cheerleader, now you take a different role. What is that role that you're being called? Life is changing. Life is changing. So let me check back again with let's see. So do we have any more comments in YouTube? So I want to thank you all for being my cheerleaders, but don't stop here. Don't stop here. There's more. You see, where I thought of myself was the trampoline or what do you call that when people jump off a diving board? I'm like a diving board to expose you to some new truths, to gently bring you to some new truths. That's my job. And there are other people that do other things, and they may do it in a bigger way. And Brooke and I were talking the other day, and how so many people have been taken off of YouTube, and we've been, kind of like, we don't know when that's going to happen. If it happens, it happens. Please join us at BitChute, and that's growing, but we need to get that growing even more and even faster. I really, truly believe this is all an illusion. This is all a distraction. And we've got to be right. We've got to be right with God. That is the only right that you need to be, is be right with God. Be open about everything else, because we really don't know. Are we being deceived? Or it's true? I want you to look at the fact that I've looked at the ingredients for the shot. I've looked at the research. Even Dr. Norchasm said, yeah, prions could happen. Whoa. There have been documents saying prions could happen. You know what a prion is? Or prion? I don't know, however you call it. It's mad cow disease. Mad cow disease. But he says it could have happened anyway. Now they're saying that this virus causes mad cow disease. Life is an illusion. Remember that song? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. Is it a dream? Or are you in a nightmare? Choose where you want to be. Do everything you can to align. If you are a Christian, align that, I'm a Christian, with your heart. Align it. Make sure that you know what you stand for. Because if you don't know what you stand for, you will fall for everything. Anything will do. Thank you. That's not where we want to be. That's not what God's calling us to be. And I've had many conversations with Dr. Day where she's poked me in the eye so many times. And this is the one where, you know, and even Dr. Furman said yesterday, baby steps don't work. Baby steps are a lie. It's all. You got to go in all the way. You don't just smoke a little crack. You don't just snort a little cocaine. Baby steps. No. You just trust God. Do everything you can do. Align it by changing your lifestyle, changing everything that you want to do. You just can't say, oh, I want, amen. Dear Santa, no, it's not. Will life get tough? Possibly. Will we not have this opportunity to share? Maybe, but not right now. Right now, we have an opportunity to do everything, be a maniac on a mission. I always have this image of this octopus, like like doing a bunch of stuff at once. But here's the deal about multitasking. It's a lie. It's an illusion. There are no master taskers. There are no master multitaskers. It's a lie. It's an illusion. If you ever see these people spinning plates, these magicians or these performers, they're spinning plates, and all of a sudden they add another plate, and the one over here is like wobbly, and they have to run to it, and they have to spin that one and then go to the other place, and it's wobbly, and eventually plates start falling because you cannot pay attention to too many things. So start with one thing that you want to trust God in, and surrender it. Just surrender. Remember my mantra, and this is my mantra. You can create your mantra. Lord, you are 1 trillion times smarter than I am. I trust you, Lord. I know you have a glorious plan. To you, death is temporary. Lord, I know you make all things new. So no matter what happens, if you truly believe that, when you truly have that mindset, no matter what's happening, and you know that God has a plan, God has a purpose, it makes things more bearable. But it's just temporary. Because once we get to the end of the story, where every knee will bow and every tongue confess that Jesus Christ is Lord, we won't even remember, just like our labor pains as a mom, we won't even remember the pain on this earth. So let me check and see. One more. Thank you. I love your mantra. Thank you, Allie. Okay, Tintin, she says, let's see, there's more. Yvonne, oh, there we go. Oh, we got all of you guys. Okay, hold on a second. Yvonne, let's see. Vivian, she says, when I'm lost, afraid, hopeless, and confused, your words and inspiration opens my mind, my heart, my soul. Thank you so much. That's what a place of honor. Thank you so much. I'm very humbled by that. Truth. Yes, it is truth. Myrna, I love seeing you, Myrna. I hope you're going for that Keep Me Safe Organics and that, all these other gifts that we're giving away. Happy birthday, happy anniversary, Lillian. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Myrna. You are so wonderful and generous. Yvonne 10, sharing my truth has been slightly challenging lately, especially with very mainstreamers family. Yeah, it is. I know how difficult it can be. She also says, let me see, I keep losing you here. Hold on a second. But when their life is at stake, I had to speak up. Instead of compliance, your stance has to also be my indirect cheerleader too. Very good. It tells me this isn't so much a journey alone as how I feel. Thank you for having when you need a friend. Oh, okay, because I really feel like I do have one since 2018. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. It's like opening cards. I get to open cards in front of you. Okay, Tintin. In every Christian If every Christian proclaims God the way you do, many people will come to the Lord. Lillian, you have a pure heart. Love you come to the Lord with empty hands. That's why you are joyful and your joy shines. Thank you so much, Ting Ting. That's so sweet. Very sweet. You guys are, this has been an incredible journey, and I'm very humbled. And Laurent, what did you say? Hello, Q. Okay. Have you tried that kangaroo dance? Kangaroo dance? What is the kangaroo dance? I'm going to have to Google that. You're challenging me, Laurent. So I have to check out the kangaroo dance. How sweet of you guys. So what is the kangaroo dance? Are we going to have to check it out? So Alicia says, blessing to you. Thank you so much. Carolyn Hughes, happy AnniBirthary, Lillian. You are amazing. Greatly appreciate you and your show. Thank you so much. And I am just beyond honored. I mean, I could cry. And I have to keep my emotions at bay. And I could just cry tears of joy to think about the last 10 years. And it didn't start the way you think a gift is supposed to start. But what I've learned in my lifetime and in my journey is that gifts come in so many different packages. It is up to us to go back to the tomb. It is that death of whatever it is. Go back to the tomb, sit there, and look at the blessings, the gifts, the lessons. Go to my 100% responsibility page. Many people just don't get how important this is. That even though I knew that we lost everything, well, most everything. We didn't lose our character. We didn't lose our love. We didn't lose, things that truly matter in this world. We were able to look at things in perspective. But because of that, it led me here. I go back to that tomb and I sit in gratitude that look at the beautiful things that came from that. Had that not happened, I probably would be still behind Robert, being like the quiet little, well, I was, one-on-one, I was never quiet. I'm a shy extrovert. Go figure. How does that happen, right? I'm a shy extrovert. And when I tell people that I'm shy, the laughter that comes after that, but no, I've just expanded my comfort zone. And if I can do it, so can you. I promise you, but we can do it together. Oh, are we going to have to watch? Oh, it's the Gene Wilder. Okay, I'll check it out after because I won't be able to check it out now. You very nice. Answer each and every comment. Thank you. Okay, I will check that out. I love Gene Wilder. I quote Young Frankenstein all the time, and I thought he was a genius when it came to an actor. So I'll check it out. So I remember another comment that Dr. Day made the other day, and I want to clarify this. We were in our it was when we were doing the New True series 100 lessons. She said that sometimes it's not good to have a good marriage because you rely on your spouse to make decisions for you. But I want to expand that because I shared with Dr. Day, I do have a good marriage. Many times it's, 90 to 95% wonderful. And I remember when we first got married, when we would argue that 10%, 5%, it became a 100%. It was like so out of balance. And even today, when we argue or we have a disagreement, we have tools that we use. And I've been telling Robert that I want to do a workshop for couples. I want to do a workshop where he and I can work together and share some of the things that we've gone through and how tools that we use to get through it. And I lost my train of thought. I was talking about, what was I talking about? I guess I was talking about the tomb. But had I not gone to that tomb and sat there, instead of crying tears of pain, I can substitute. Oh yeah, I was talking about what I was telling Dr. Day. Because I remember everything. See, that's what I'm manifesting. I remember everything. I learned that from Marissa Pierce. what I said to her is, I think that that's not the right, I'm not thinking that that's what, having a good marriage is not wrong. That's wonderful to have a good marriage. Putting your spouse above God, now that is a violation of the 10 Commandments. That is what's wrong. Always, always put God first and everything else will fall into place. Oh, and I don't have my magic trick, but maybe I'll do my magic trick some other time. I do my magic trick in my I Am the Solution workshop. Maybe you'll just have to go to the I Am the Solution. Okay, so to finish up here, I want you to know that we're giving away one Keep Me Safe Organics Au Naturel. Isn't that beautiful? I've got the darker color on my eyes. I have like 4 or 5 of different palettes, and I also have the loose ones, but I love, love, love Au Naturel. Look at the nice little colors. I don't know if you can see it right there. Yep, there we go. So Keep Me Safe Organics is donating this as a gift. We have one that we're giving away. So everybody who at the end of the class today, all of you who have texted me, I will pick one. I will put your names in the winner's basket and I'll pick one for that, but let me know which ones you want. Okay. And then Dr. Jennifer Grameth is Dr. Jen's Immunoblend. We're going to give one away of Immunoblend. I'm going to write this down, Immuno now, and then 2 for May 31st. Okay. So that's also on the list. We're giving one for the, you guys are all going to win. I mean, it sounds like all of you are going to win. So make sure 407-373-5959. And we're going to give one online version of I Am the Solution. Not I'm the Solution. The New Truth Series, Book of Revelation. So you're going to get a copy of that online for the person I select. And the other one is going to be given on the 31st. So even if you didn't win today, you might win. So keep sending in. If you tag somebody and that person that you tag, or they become a subscriber and they tell you they become a subscriber, you let me know. I'll add your name again. That way you'll have a second chance or a third chance. If as many people as you bring on, that is what's going to be added onto the list. So then we're going to be giving away 2 New Truth Series, 100 plus lessons from the Exodus. I'm telling you, I learned total trust. And although I'm still in mourning and I'm going through a little bit of a mourning because I'm, hearing and seeing everything that's happening, and you get to see good and evil. You see good and evil more clearly. I learned to say my mantra. I learned that with God, all things are possible. So just keep focusing on 2 of those. I'm going to be giving away. So whoever says they want it, we're going to put you in the winner's basket for that particular prize. 3 of you, 1 of you today. So if any of you say, I want some coaching, you'll get a 1-hour coaching session with me. 2 of you, by the end of the month, you will also get a 1-hour coaching session. And I think that's it. I think that is it for all of us. And so thank you so much for your support. You're cheerleading me along the way because I cannot do this alone. Thank you. Thank you for my happy birthday wishes. My husband is taking me away. He is surprising me. That's what I thought he was going to do, is tell me where I was going. But I want to show you what I don't know if you can see it. Yes, maybe I can have the glimmer of the light behind it right there. It's my award for 10 years. But let me tell you, my reward is in heaven. I know that God, I know I don't need a award. I don't need any of that. I am so grateful that God called me and I said yes. God calls us all. What are you going to say? We say, pick me. Ooh, no, pick them. I'm not articulate, or I am not gifted, or I can't do this, or I can't do that. You sound like Moses, don't you? Oh, I'm slow to speak. No, if God calls you, God believes in you. So stop it. Believe in yourself. Remember, there's a lie in the middle of belief. There's a lie at the center of belief. What is the lie that is limiting you today to say yes to the blessings and the gifts that God has in store for you? Even in devastation, we get to see the beauty and the blessing. But it requires us to go visit the tomb and sit there and find what are the gifts and lessons, what's going to be different in your life, and how can you use this for the greater good? Those are all the things that we're being called. And your yes must be more powerful than your fear. Oh, and also one last thing. My video with John Harper, 15 minutes, I'll upload it into BitChute, and it's on YouTube right now. Once I upload it, I make it public. So just know that it's there. It's like, I don't want to leave. I just want to sit here and chat with all of you. I wish you guys were all in my chat session here in my Zoom. But I want to thank you all for watching. I cannot thank you enough for everything. Hey, Sandy, Robert is oh yes, Robert gave me a beautiful award. Yes, that was so sweet of him. That was a good one. And Laurent, there's nothing beyond love that the great love. So, when somebody posts something, it goes away. Okay, hold on a second. It says, there's nothing beyond love, the great love, so blessed if nothing else lasts. Yes, there's nothing like a great love. You have pure heart, love the way you serve the world around you. Thank you so much, Raheen. Oh my gosh, Ephraim. Oh, nice to see you. So nice to see you. It's been a while since I've seen your name come up. I've seen Laurent. Thank you so much, Laurent, for that comment. And Sandy, yes, Sandy, Robert does. He did a great job on that award. And then Laurent says, that is why I'm alone to not like the world belief. I'm French, then just the I in the middle. Oh, I see. Okay. Believe. Yes. I think that's what you're saying. But I love French. And sometimes I kiss that way. I don't know how to speak. Oh, I speak a little bit of French. Sometimes I kiss that way. That was my joke I used to say all the time. May not be appropriate today. I don't know. It sounded better in my head. But it's time for me to go. It's time for me to eat. I hear that Robert has made me a salad, and and I'm just really grateful to have it. Thank you again. And I'm looking forward to this year coming up. I don't know what God has planned for us. I don't know what God has planned for me, but just know, be ready. Yes. Even if you don't know how you're going to do it, God doesn't equip the call. He calls the equipped. No. Yes. No. God doesn't call the equipped. God equips the called. That's it. That's truth. I knew the moment it came out of my mouth, it was not truth. So thank you for staying till the end. And I hope that you've got something out of today. I certainly have for this last year. It's been amazing. I know there's a lot of things going on, but just know the end of the story. Every knee will bow, every tongue confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. Amen. So I will let that be the last word. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Please share this. Please like it, follow, do all that stuff. Help us grow. This needs to be out. This information needs to be, there's hope. There's hope. And you need to be a part of that. You get to be a part of that. Yay. Thank you so much. And thank you for the wonderful 10 years. And we know whatever God calls us to do, I'll say, yes, Lord, here I am. Bye.